Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. Today we have Chris, assistant coach, followed by Dewana Bonner and Brianna Jones. As a reminder, today was JJ's first practice back with the team after opting out last season. So we will go ahead and there she is. We'll go ahead and open it up to some questions.
No hard feelings if you don't have any.
We'll start off with Alexa.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
Good. On that topic, how was it to finally get JJ back? And how is she looking out there?
Amazing, right? So much joy in the gym just to see her around. She's just got such a vibe about her with all that positive energy. So we didn't have a lot of bodies today, but we had one of the most important bodies. So it was good. Just getting her back in the swing of things, right? She hasn't played with us in forever. She's never played with DB. Her and Bree Jones haven't really played together. So it was fun to finally put the three of them out there and tinker with some things and see how it looks. So yeah, all positives today.
Charlotte.
Hi, Chris. This is Charlotte from The Athletic. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Charlotte.
Just following up on Alexa's question, actually, what did that look like more with that just interaction with DB and those two getting to finally see the court together?
Yeah, just lots of fun. Like you could see them hitting it off and talking the game together and playing off of each other. And that's going to take time to build that chemistry, right? They're obviously super familiar with each other, playing against each other overseas at times. But today we started building that relationship on the floor, putting them in actions together and letting them get a feel for each other. So yeah, there were lots of smiles today on the floor. JJ's positively contagious, so it was good.
Roger.
How good could the three of them be together? I know you have to kind of look into a crystal ball or just look at what you know about each three, but that could be a dominant trio in this league, couldn't it?
We think so. We believe so. And we're going to do everything we can to make that so. So yeah, it's all about us putting them in spots to be successful, right? We've got to score in the paint. We've got to score in the paint. So whether that's pounding it down to Bree Jones, balancing out, getting JJ low touches, and then DB, you've got to get her to the block as well and get her touches closer to the rim. Even like just looking forward at, she's a mismatch all over the place, right? She's a problem. You look at Atlanta's roster, they've got lots of little guards. What are they going to do? How are they going to match up with her? And it presents problems on the other side of the floor. But yeah, so today was our first look at, we've been putting things in through training camp, having DB and Bree Jones here, but now adding JJ. She provides a little more spacing, playing with Bree Jones down low. So, and then you can get creative with her because she's so talented, right? She's not just a back to the basket player. She can handle the ball. She can shoot the three. So, now Kirk gets going with his beautiful offensive mind and starts getting creative that way. And sky's the limit, really. So, but yeah, the intention is playing through the three of them in the paint, at the rim, get to the free throw line. The more we shoot closer to the rim, the more we'll get offensive rebounds and put those back in. So you're going to see a heavy dose of us getting into the paint for sure.
Rafiq.
I can't hear you, Rafiq. Sorry.
We'll go to Alexa until Rafiq gets going.
Chris, I feel like Kurt, or maybe just like the questions we've asked, we talk a lot about what the offense is going to look like, adding JJ back in. But I guess from your perspective, especially losing AT, but adding JJ back, what can that mean for you guys defensively? And are you still kind of optimistic with all the kind of individual weapons that you have there? Or is there also just like a hurdle to overcome losing AT, who's such a great individual defender?
Yeah. We can talk about what we don't have all the time, right? But we've got to focus on what's going to be out on the floor. So again, JJ hasn't played with us in a long time and she's changed. Like her body looks fantastic. She's moving so well. So, the last time in the league, I think she led the league in block shots, right? She was the best rim protector in the league the last time she was in it. So she brings that. Beatrice Montpremier brought that off the bench last year too, quickly, somebody who protects the rim. So now with JJ anchoring down low, you've got someone to affect shots at the rim that way, where AT, was able to jump out and be a little more disruptive on the perimeter and compete with some perimeter playing posts. Now you've got somebody on the back line lurking in case, our first line of defense gets broken down at times. We've got somebody back there looking to clean it up. So, but I do think JJ and Bree Jones are both underrated defenders. They've got their foot speed is way better than most people think. So we're going to challenge them at times to find areas where we can be disruptive, extend some pressure. Again, we know like there's some crazy good guards in this league, and some nights we're going to need some help from our posts. We're going to need them to be able to get out on the perimeter and be disruptive in spots. So, and we have full belief in our ability to do that. So yeah, we're excited.
And also, do you have an update on Bree January? The last that Kurt said was that she might be flying in. Yeah, 2 days ago. I don't. My days are running together. But any update?
Bree January is in Connecticut. She had her second test today, so that comes back negative. She will be practicing with us tomorrow and flying to Atlanta with us. And no decisions have been made yet as far as, she'll be active, she'll be ready to go. But just as far as what that looks like, if she's starting, if she's playing, if we're going to ease her in or what, but she'll be with us.
Does it feel good to have all of your, besides Jazz?
We're getting there. Jazz
almost
actually.
All of your players in the state of Connecticut, at least.
Yeah. Jazz is pulling into Connecticut as we speak. So she landed in New York a couple hours ago.
Okay. So progress. Okay.
So yeah. So it's coming together slowly but surely. Yeah, it felt great. Bree January walked in the gym yesterday for the first time, briefly. So we got to see her, and then we'll get Jazz back, and now we'll start feeling a little.
Real fun begins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rafiq, can you go ahead and try again?
Yeah. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. This is Rafiq with Nothing But the Sports Talk. I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel that the rookie and newcomers are getting adjusted to the offensive defensive system that you're trying to run? And what do you hope that DeWanna Bonner can improve on from last season?
Yeah. Well, let's start with the first one. So how are the rookies adapting to what we're putting in on the offensive and defensive side of the ball? So again, there's a learning curve for sure, right? These players have played at the highest level collegiately. And I think sometimes we have too high of expectations, right? We think they should already know all these things and they should already be able to do all these things. So we just need to have a little grace and understand that there's still a learning curve, but they're picking it up quickly, right? They're picking up concepts quickly. We're a learning organization. We teach a lot. We talk about repetitions mentally, physically. So we really give them opportunities to learn and apply. So we're helping them that way on both sides of the ball. DB, I think biggest thing is just efficiency here and there, right? Can we get her to some better spots on the floor where she can be a more efficient scorer that way? I know ultimately at times, end of the shot clock, we don't have anything. The ball's going to end up back in her hands and we're going to ask her to go make a one-on-one play. So that can be skewed one way or the other. But again, we've got to find ways. Can we get her to play a little quicker at times in actions and get her to some spots on the floor where she can be a little more efficient. But again, we love her ability to get to the free throw line, her ability to create for others. But so that's our emphasis with her. Again, just seeing how we can help her to be a little bit more efficient of a scorer, and to consistently get after her on the defensive end. Don't take any plays off down there. We have a tendency to,
I'm glad the team is coming together, and this week you're going up against Eric McDonald. How prepared these you? What are your impressions about Eric McDonald during her college days? If you've seen her play,
she's quick. She is very quick. So yeah, we're gonna be challenged right from the get-go. Right, Atlanta's got tons of little speedy guards. Right, Kennedy Carter, Odyssey Sims, Ari McDonald. Point guards, and then you're talking Courtney Williams. And Tiffany Hayes not even playing with them, but so they've got 3 lucky lefties over there. They're quick. They're so quick. So we've got to we got to get down and guard, and we got to find ways to contain them, right? It's really about keeping them out of the paint. So we'll try and do that in a variety of ways, but ultimately it's going to be one-on-one pride and just getting down in a stance and trying to keep them out of the paint. But yeah, Ari McDonald was phenomenal. It was fun watching her. She had an incredible run through the tournament. And I mean, you knew she could always get to any spot on the floor at will, but once the ball starts going in from behind the arc like it did, that's the problem. So we'll see if she can develop that consistency at this level, but she's quick. It's going to take all 5 getting back and guarding all these little guards.
Any other questions for Chris? Alexa and Roger, I see your hands are raised, but I'm not sure if I forgot to put them down.
Yeah, can you just talk about the development of Bree Jones over the last couple of years? And have you seen something else out of her in this training camp that says she's ready to take another step?
Yeah, Bree Jones has been, I mean, the ultimate process. It's about the process, right? She's the ultimate pro. She, comes in every day and works and works and works. And we're finally seeing her reap the benefits that way. So coming into this training camp, she looks great. She even dropped like strong, right? We know she's strong. No one can battle with her down low, right? She's getting to her spots, deep seals and really good around the rim. But she had a goal to go overseas this offseason and drop some weight and get into a little bit better shape that way. So she came in looking great, physically, just great. So flying up and down the floor. So you're going to see a little more speed from her, I think, a little more quickness. Again, continuing to get her to her spots where she can have success. But then also with her, she continues to develop her face-up game, right? Getting more consistent from 15 to 17 feet. We talked about, she led the league in three-point shooting last year. I don't know if you knew that. 100%. So she was 1 for 1. So we talked about extending her range, letting her take a 3 a game. You make the first one, you get another one. So she's going to hit more than 1 3 this year. Her shot looks great. That's been an emphasis as well. Just, getting her to extend her range from 17. She's knocked down, but we get her behind the arc now, hitting a couple of game, just continues to open up the floor for everybody else. So we're excited about Bree Jones. And then again, just going into her 5th year, that her leadership, her growth that way. So yeah, we got some pieces. So I know Curry at times is the world's ending, but we'll hopefully be all right.
And lastly, can you just talk about the way the guards have developed? I mean, you had your starting guards out of camp for the whole time, but did the other kids kind of pick up and mature a little bit when you're talking about Kayla or Natisha or even Dejanay?
Yeah. So again, I think we come in and we have all these expectations, right? Like Natisha was a rookie, had training camp with us. And then last year in the bubble, she had COVID. So she didn't go through a training camp last year. So this is really only her 2nd training camp with us. Kyla didn't really have a real training camp. It was down in the bubble. So again, I think we have these ideas that we had all these really high expectations that these young players have been with us long. They should know this. So giving them the benefit of the doubt that way, but both of them have been fantastic, right? We didn't have a point guard in camp. So that's opportunity for Natisha right away to step in and kind of grow and be challenged to step out of her comfort zone and provide some leadership, without a Bree January and without a Jasmine Thomas here. She's running the show the whole training camp and she did a good job in her own way, right? Not trying to be somebody who she isn't. You can lead in a variety of ways. So that was an awesome opportunity for Natisha. I think she's coming in with crazy amounts of confidence. So that's going to be great to watch her and the role she'll be able to play for us off the bench, being a spark that way. And defensively, she's getting it. Like she, year 3 with us now, understanding our system, spots of the floor we like to get to, common actions in this league. Like it's quicker. You could see it. She's reading it quicker. She's identifying it quicker. So her IQ has just grown and grown and grown. And then Kyla, again, only her 2nd year, right? She was thrust in, starting a lot of games as a rookie. So again, I think we all have this picture that like Kyla she's young. She's so young. It's only her 2nd year. So there's moments, there's rookie moments, there's young moments. But the thing about Kyla is she plays so hard. You can't knock her because she plays so hard all the time. And you can live with some mistakes here and there because she's given maximum effort nonstop. So And then Dijonay has been great too, coming in. Same thing, rookie mistakes here and there, rookie moments, we'll call them. But she makes things happen. So, she'll make a mistake and then she'll make a play where you're like, yeah, that's why you're here. So, the more we can minimize those mistakes and allow her to continue to do what she does naturally and enhance that by, just teaching her our concepts and our system, it'll only help her. So, but yeah, she's been exciting. She's able to impact the game in a variety of ways. And we've seen that through camp. So, she gives you a headache in one play, and then the next play, you're like, wow, you just swooped in and grabbed that rebound over 4 people. So good job.
Alexa, you'll be the last question for Chris.
Are there, not to compare them in terms of where they're at in their careers, but are there ways that you think Dijonay can help kind of fill some of the holes that you guys won't have with AT being out this year, just in terms of like the physicality, just being able to create off the bounce, anything like that, that she can help kind of fill in for?
So I think with some of her, she's got good instincts defensively. So I think with it'll be more so on that side of the ball defensively. And again, definitely some growth fundamentally with what we're trying to accomplish. But she has this gift of these natural instincts defensively where, she's able to read and she comes up with steals. She gets to some good spots on the floor and she's able to come up with some steals. So that's something that we'll miss from AT, right? She was able to help us create offense with our defense that way. So I think that's something that you could see from D. Just reading defensively and getting our offense started by getting her hands on things, coming up with steals or deflections that way. But then also she's a great defensive rebounder, and then a couple of dribbles starting to lead the break. So again, there's kind of a tie to what we're missing from AT, right? I know that more from a post position, she could rebound and push, but you could see that a little bit from an off guard and D rebounding, couple dribbles. Are we getting the ball up the floor that way quicker? So yeah, we're excited. There's definitely there's some promise there. We're excited about the potential for her to be able to have a positive impact in her rookie year. So we'll see how it ultimately ends up playing out. But
Okay, we'll go ahead and open it up to some questions and start off with Alexa, followed by Roger.
Hey Bree, hope you're having a good week so far. We heard that JJ is back. How was it to finally get on the court with her? And how, I know you guys didn't necessarily play like a ton of minutes together on the floor when she was, back in like 2019 and before, but how are you, I guess, envisioning that you and her can work together on the court together?
Hi, good seeing you again. It was great having her back today, just having that extra presence, the extra vet presence that helped just from a talking standpoint, first of all. And then us on the court together, I feel good about it. I think we're definitely going to be like a two punch in the low post, but she can also space the floor really well. So that's going to be a tough matchup. So they have to honor that and guard us in the paint. So I think it's going to be great for us moving forward.
Thanks.
Roger?
Chris mentioned that he thought you've really taken strides in terms of your physical development, that's what you went overseas to do. Can you just talk about how different you feel physically, the quickness and what that adds to your game?
Mm-hmm. No, I think I went overseas with a focus to just physically come into the season ready to go from the jump. And I accomplished that, and I'm excited to get ready to go. And I think it's definitely going to help, especially missing AT, having to guard quicker posts at the 4. So I think it's going to help us, help me for sure, definitely defensively wise, and then offensively just being able to drive around the bigger posts or like just get around those players. So I think it's just going to be better for me moving forward.
And can you just talk about your overall development? When you come in as a rookie who dominated in college, was so good at that level, how humbling is it, first of all, to first enter this league, and how much progress have you made the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's definitely humbling. When I first got here, just the pace of the game was a lot faster than I was used to. And then just getting used to the system and everything, and then trying to figure out how the way I play, how I can make that fit into the system. So I think it took me a while to get used to that. And then I think now I just been able to like grow every year, just keep learning as much as I can. And I think that's allowed me to have the success I had last season. And then I'm hopefully bringing that into this season and just continue to grow and continue to get better.
Rafiq? Rafiq, we can't hear you.
With 2 days before the start of the season, how are you trying to prepare yourself both on and off the court?
I think I'm trying to prepare myself through film, like just as much film as I can get on Atlanta, on us, learning from the mistakes that we made in the scrimmages, and then just being prepared that way, like knowing their plays, knowing the scout. I think that's the best way to be prepared off the court. And then on the court, just getting shots up and just prepping and then getting our chemistry together now that JJ is back. And I think that's the biggest part going into the game against Atlanta.
Charlotte?
Very nice to see you again. Speaking of just like watching film and stuff, what did you learn or what did you feel you kind of need to maybe improve on or whatever from the scrimmage or the preseason game on Saturday? Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, preseason game. I think the one thing that we had to do better is take care of the ball. I think in the first half we had too many turnovers, and I think once we got that together and took care of it, I mean, it was hard to stop us in the half court. And then I think defensively, there's definitely a lot to work on. Just being in the right positions. I mean, it was early. We still have a lot of new people. But I think once we get those little things cleaned up, it'll be better for us.
You had mentioned chemistry. How do you think that's kind of grown and changed throughout camp as obviously returners return from overseas, but where it's at right now and where it can go?
I think, it's coming together. There's still room to grow, of course, but I think since the beginning of camp, since I got here, we've definitely slowed down. I think that was one of our biggest problems as far as chemistry was just we're moving too fast. So we couldn't even get to the right pass or the right play. But I think now that we've slowed down and we've gotten used to each other, it's been a lot better.
Roger, do you have another question?
Yes. Was there a seminal moment in your development, something that happened that changed things for you, or was it just constantly battling the guys that you are in practice, who are obviously very talented players? What kind of changed for you along the way, or was it several things each year?
I don't think there was just one moment that changed everything. I think it was just building and learning every year, and playing overseas with AT. She was always in my ear, so that helped a lot. I've been playing with her for a while now, so definitely having her in my ear has definitely helped allow me to grow and just improve my game. But I think it's just getting reps. Playing last season definitely helped, like getting reps on the court in game time situations. That definitely was the biggest help for me, just because we can do things all day in practice, but it's kind of scripted. So like once you get in the game and get into the flow of it and like learn to make those reads in game time situations, that's when I was able to learn and pick up things faster.
You've talked about how nice it is to play with your sister, but I'm just wondering, when you guys grew up, were there knockdown, drag-out fights in the backyard, or were you just always supportive of each other? I mean, how did that development kind of go?
We were always supportive of each other when we weren't playing against each other. But as soon as we're on opposite teams, it's no prisoners. I think, she understands that. I understand that. She's going to come at me just as hard as I'm going to come at her. Even today in practice, it gets a little scrappy, but it's always been like that in the backyard. And we would always play against my two other brothers too. So it was always a battle, and nobody wanted to lose in our house. So that was always great.
Would the two of you play your brothers, or would it be one brother and one sister on each team?
We switched it up. It depends on the day, what we were feeling, but it would go either way.
Charlotte, do you have another question?
Yeah, just real quick to follow up on that, actually. How often are you and Steph going against each other in sun practices, or are you guys matching up against each other?
Pretty much every day, like in training camp, like sometimes the matchups get put on and like I'm put on her, she's put on me. But today, I think we were guarding each other most of the day. So it's always going to be like that, I think now, now that we're down to our smaller group.
Who's claiming most of the victories?
I'm going to say I'm claiming most of the victories.
Thank you.
Go ahead and we will start opening it up some questions for Dawana, and we'll start off with Roger Cleveland.
Luana, I was just wondering about Bree Jones. Her development over the last 3 years has been really significant. As an opponent back then, was she even on your radar? And now, what do you think of her and what she brings to this team?
Oh man, sorry. She's just a huge piece to what we're trying to do here now. Her development, her confidence. She just does all the right things out there. Bree Jones rarely messes up on any plays, on any defensive assignment. You're always gonna get, that solid player out of her. But for her to get that opportunity last year in the bubble and prove that she's one of the best post players in this league is just, awesome. So I'm glad to be on this side of the ball with her, finally. And I think this year is just gonna say a lot. It's just we're gonna look for her a lot. We're gonna look for her to do a lot more. And yeah, that's just one of the ultimate teammates, one of the best teammates I ever had, actually.
Alexa?
Hey, Dawana, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. We heard that JJ finally practiced with the team today. So how did that go? And how is that to actually be out there with her on the court finally?
Oh man, it was her energy, just how smart she is on the court. She just brings a different level to the game. And to finally have that back on the court with us is just, just huge. And this is my first time playing with her. And, you can say that, we only have one practice, but we just kind of, got that energy, that feel to read each other out there, to play off each other. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to, get actually starting to have a lot of games with her in and, see how we all bond and mesh with her. But we actually had a good first practice with her today. It was my first time stepping on the court with her, and it was pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
We also heard that Bree January made an appearance and is going to be practicing hopefully tomorrow, and Jazz is en route to Connecticut. So is it starting to kind of pick up with, excitement that finally the whole team is going to be?
Oh man, it's definitely. It's just a different energy, just a different feel. You have we have a smart group. So now that our vets are coming back and we kind of just reading each other, just everything just feels different. Not to put anything bad about the training camp, players that we had. It was just a lot of young people. So just to be able to move and get through practice and, be on the same page, and we already have players who, know and think the game it was just fun today. So can't wait to get Jazz and Bree January back. So that'll be awesome.
Rafiq?
Yeah, I just want to ask you, since tomorrow is going to be the release of the 144 documentary, how excited are you to sit down and watch it?
The release of the what? I'm sorry?
The ESPN documentary that's coming out that Shania Gumick from the Los Angeles Sparks produced.
Oh yeah. I'm actually, we got a lot of hype behind it. We like to, everybody's talking about it. So I'm actually really excited to sit down and watch and see, what's been said and, put it out there. I think that's a huge step just, for the women's game and just women in general. So of course I'm gonna be tuned in and ready to watch.
And to ask more women's representation related questions, since you're facing the Atlanta Dream, they announced a new broadcasting team which features its first all-black, all-women crew, which is led by, of course, LaChina Robinson. What are your impressions about that?
Yeah, I love it. Nothing to say. I love it. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's just a huge step for, like I said, women and Black women at that to, have a all female Black women crew is just, it just says a lot. It just says a lot about our league and what direction we're going in. So kudos to them. That's awesome. That's amazing. And I support that, 10,000%.
And your impressions on LaChina Robinson's coverage of women's basketball from the college to the pros up until this point, since it's anniversary.
Can't say enough about her. She does a great job of covering us and putting us out there, and even on her social media platform, anything that she needs to do, we kind of been there for us, and we appreciate it. I know I do, me personally, especially being a Black woman, and she's been in our shoes before, so for her to, keep that going for us, it just says amazing. So I guess my words would be thank you, LaChina.
Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte?
Joanna, nice to see you.
Oh.
we've talked, I mean, JJ for so long, just last season, and then now that she's finally back, what have you seen, I guess, from when you've watched her play in the past or overseas that you're excited to finally like get to play with her more? I don't, if that makes sense, like the qualities that kind of the interactions that you've seen like with her teammates.
Oh yeah, everybody was really excited when she walked through the door. You know, like we weren't able to actually like hug her at that moment, but just to see the excitement on everyone's face, it's like, yeah, we got JJ back. Like it's just, you could just tell the type of person she is, the type of player she is, what she brings to her table. We definitely missed her last year in the bubble. You know, rim protection, blocking shots, rebound, just doing the little things that that she always does. So it's gonna be so exciting. To finally play with her, and she can shoot the ball, so that's all.
She loves her coach.
Yeah, I do love my coach. I do. Great guy.
Enthusiastic. Thank you.
He's like my best girlfriend.
And the last question will be from Roger.
I know you haven't all been together, but can you just talk about the talent on this team and the expectations that you have headed into the season? I mean, how good could you be? Could this be the year that you finally break through and get that much alluded championship?
I hope that's the plan. We just have to all buy into it. A lot of people, you know, probably thought since Alyssa got hurt that, I mean, yeah, that was a huge blow to us, but of course she'll be back. But she's been on the sideline and she is still like she's in there because she still don't take no BS from anyone. She's still the engine, I tell you that. But definitely, we got a lot of great pieces. We got a lot of smart players. We got a lot of hungry people that haven't, you know, that wants to bring this championship to Connecticut. So that's always the goal. Right now, we just working on getting to know each other. Like I said, we missed a year with JJ. So, and she's new to Breon too. So, you know, trying to figure it all out, but we still have the same goal. Hopefully this is the year that we can, you know, hang a banner. That'd be awesome.
And lastly, how good could the trio of you, Bree, and JJ be? I mean, you've been around the league a while. It has the potential to be a really dominant trio, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Just how long JJ and I are to start. That can cause a lot of problems, but Breon is one of the, you know, sharpshooters, one of the smart vets I hear. She's won the championship in Indiana, so she knows exactly what it takes. So just, you know, I think it's just as dangerous trio as any trio is in the WNBA on each team. I think we still have that. Plus we have Jazz, we have Bree Jones. We have so many different pieces. So yeah, I think we're gonna be a dangerous team. We just gotta all, you know, buy in and work together and figure each other out right now. We're learning each other right now. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, we're all set. Thanks so much
Thank
for
you,
joining
guys.
us.
All right, thank you.